Back, and the chair now recognizes the gentlelady from Virginia's 4th District for 5 minutes for questions.
Thank you, Chairman Latta and Ranking Member Castor, for holding this hearing, and thank you to our witnesses for being here today. Any coherent strategy to boost American independence, energy independence, improve energy reliability, and drive down energy costs for the American people involves a robust, well-regulated, and safe nuclear energy sector. And to that extent, an independent and well-resourced Nuclear Regulatory Commission is critical in supporting the renewed growth of this industry and ensuring that we are keeping safety top of mind. So I'm concerned by recent actions from the Trump administration that undermine this independence of the NRC, particularly Executive Orders 14300 and 14301, which seek to impose structural changes and reforms to the NRC and shift oversight authority of the development and construction of advanced nuclear test reactors from the NRC to the Department of Energy. These reforms flout congressional intent that the NRC function independent of the Department of Energy, is staffed by technical experts that possesses the critical knowledge to oversee and regulate this important industry. And efforts to reduce the NRC's independence weaken our ability to effectively regulate the industry, undermine public perception that nuclear energy is safe, reliable, and robustly regulated. And these concerns have been compounded by a proposed 8% reduction in the NRC's budget and a staffing cut of 196 full-time positions outlined in the fiscal year 27 budget request released earlier this month. So I want to pick up with the witnesses where Ranking Member McClellan left off and ask about NRC's changes to the reactor oversight process, its inspection program for existing operating nuclear reactors. Now, I understand that the cumulative changes by to the ROP will result in a 38% reduction in inspection hours, including a 48% reduction in inspection hours for security and 56% reduction in inspection hours for emergency preparedness. While there's always room for efficiency, I highly doubt that there's room for a 38% reduction while maintaining our reactor fleet's current safety standards. And I'm concerned that the NRC has gone through a tremendous loss of staff in just over the last 15 months. And with this ROP change, partners with the agency's reorganization, we will see further shedding of knowledge that the Commission cannot afford. And I understand the Commission's plan to convert many of these employees currently working on inspections to work on new reactor licenses, but I am concerned that these are very different skill sets. So, Commissioner Crowell, can staff currently working as inspectors transition easily into headquarters roles focusing on reactor licensing, or are you afraid that the Commission will lose further valuable staff expertise as a result of this reorganization?
Thank you for the question. It is certainly possible and has happened in the past, but it's not necessarily easy to move from one discipline to the other. And I can say right now, I haven't seen a lot of appetite from inspection staff that are impacted by our reorganization to necessarily want to move into other areas. But to the extent they do, we will make sure that they're successful in that regard. Yeah.
Thank you. And if we see the current wave of interest in nuclear energy actually materialize in the form of operating reactors, then 10 years from now, you're going to have fewer staff trying to oversee and inspect many, many more reactors. So, Commissioner Crowell, how should the Commission allocate resources between reactor licensing and reactor oversight, and how should that allocation of resources shift if and when new advanced nuclear reactors come online?
I mean, it certainly needs to be balanced as appropriate. My concern in the near term is that we're moving too aggressively, too quickly. In terms of the oversight program, the Commission ultimately approved scaling back that for even further than the staff recommended. That concerns me because we don't have the experience yet of working with these new reactor technologies to know exactly how best to apply the current reactor oversight program or a more tailored oversight program. And again, the existing fleet, their record of success and safety is due to those oversight responsibilities, oversight programs, not in spite of them.
That's right. And Chairman Nee, for the record, because I don't think you'll have enough time to answer, we've seen an increased number of cybersecurity threats to energy infrastructure. So can you submit for the record how these changes to the NRC's ROP and security inspection protocols will impact cybersecurity oversight, and how the NRC will work to ensure its cybersecurity inspection protocols remain robust enough to ensure our nation's nuclear power plants follow best practices and are prepared to withstand targeted cyber attacks from line actors? If you could submit that for the record, I'd appreciate it. And with that, I yield back.